How you doing today? Today we're gonna make quesabirria tacos with short rib. Can you believe that? Short rib, look at that. Marbleization. You're gonna love this. Let me show you how. Now look at those short ribs. They're so beautiful. Oh my God. I think any way you cook them, they're gonna be good, but we're gonna cook them in about 2 hours with our broth that we have here. So, okay, now for our ingredients. Short rib meat. Look at that. Woo! And here we have 2 tablespoons of vinegar. We have a tablespoon of thyme, tablespoon of marjoram, a tablespoon of whole black pepper. Then here we have a whole, it's cumin. And then that's a tablespoon. Tablespoon and a half of salt, a tablespoon of oregano. And here we have 6 pounds, 3 pounds each of broth. And this is beef broth. Yes, we're gonna have our own broth, but I like cooking it with extra flavor. So, and then a whole onion right here. Now a piece of cinnamon, and then 3 leaves, bay leaves. We have 10 cloves of garlic. And then here we have the pasilla ancho chile pods. So I'm gonna put about, 6 of the pasilla ancho pods, and about another 7 of the guajillo chile pods. And this is how they come in these bags, and that's how you can find them in the store. Here we have tomato, which is gonna start our base, and that's how you're gonna start all the flavor. Here is gonna be our salsa with chipotle, and I'll show you later how to do that as we get this started. Okay, now I already put in both of these in my pot, right? And I'm going to start putting in my short ribs in there to start cooking while we do the salsa, and then we're going to add it in there to start off all that flavor. And this is going to be for about 2 hours. So let's start our salsa. Okay, now we're going to saute all this to start off our delicious base of birria. So get that onion in there first. All right. Now we're going to get our tomato. A lot of tomato for a lot of salsa and a lot of flavor. Then we're going to put our 10 garlics and all our chilies in there. And now for all the dry stuff. Okay, 3 bay leaves, and then a stick of cinnamon, marjoram and thyme, vinegar, cumin, the whole black pepper, and oregano, and salt. And I'm just going to add half of it, and then we'll just mix it up and make it flavor flav. Now I'm just going to add about a cup of water just to get it going, and just keep mixing. Okay, so now we have 3 things going. We have the meat in the pot, remember 2 hours, and we have our tomato based sauce with the chiles going, and now this is going to be the salsa to put on the tacos after everything's done for extra flavor. And what we're going to do is I got my broiler ready, and we're going to roast all of this. So we have 4 tomatoes, the red ones, the Roma tomatoes. We have 2 of these just to get that little tanginess. I have the 4 cloves of garlic and a quarter onion. And we're just going to pretty much just roast them up for a little bit. Maybe about 15 minutes, and I'll show you. Okay, so this is ready now. So what we're going to do, see, everything's pliable now. Everything's hydrated. You see the chilies now? They used to be black, now they're reddish, and the red ones are just a little bit pale. So we're just going to throw all this goodness right into our blender, and we're going to blend it up, and then we're going to put it in our pot. So of course, don't forget to put all this juice. This is all flavor right here. We're putting everything in there. Don't leave nothing out. So now we're going to put the whole thing inside our broth, and this is what's going to be the consommé, which is the broth that you dip your birria tacos in. And like I said, that's going to be about 2 hours once that meat is all nicely cooked. Okay, oh my God, I can smell the cinnamon. I can smell all those herbs and spices that we just put in. But look how beautiful that meat is. And as soon as it gets tender within 2 hours, or an hour and 20 minutes now, oh my God, that's gonna be just wonderful. Okay, so I just tasted the broth, and I'm gonna put the rest of the salt in there. And that is it. We're just gonna have to wait and wait. So now it's all done. Nice and roasted tomatoes, garlic tomato, very, very basic salsa. Now I have 2 chipotles for heat. You can add as much chipotle as you want. This is what I use right here for the chipotle, which I take it off the can, put it here, and I just keep using it, just so you guys know, have an idea. And now we're gonna put our tomatoes in. So it's 4 tomatoes, 2 tomatillos, 4 roasted garlic, quarter onion, and chipotle for sauce. And I'm actually gonna taste it after I mix it to see if that's the heat I want, or I want it hotter or whatever. So we're just gonna blend that in. So I probably forgot to tell you, but we are simmering for the 2 hours. So it's not on high anymore. Once you bring it to a boil, simmer it for the 2 hours. So I have a teaspoon of salt, and then we're just mixing it. And I'm just roughly chopping it up. And now to taste. Perfect. And this is how we're finishing our salsa. Just a little bit of cilantro and a little bit of onion. But remember, you're going to put that in your tacos anyway, so just a little bit. Okay, it's been 2.5 hours. And oh, look at that meat. Look at that. Nice and tender. Oh, look at that. So as you see the blackness over here, the oils over here, all that grease. Don't throw that away, because we're going to use that later on, and I'll show you how. Oh, look at that. All the bones just fell right off. Beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, I tell you. Look at that. Okay, now so we're gonna fish for the grease. Okay, if you come down over here, you'll see all this beautiful grease. We're gonna put that in there because we're gonna use that to fry and get that that red taco beautiful color that it's known for, birria, the ones you see all over the different stores and taco stands. So as you can see right here, you see all that beautiful grease. That's what we're saving right there. So our consommé is just, smells so great. But I'm gonna put a little spoon right over here of the consommé to get that juice in the meat, and then I'm gonna chop it up a little more. So now for our consommé, I just put just a little bit of meat in there, and then I come right over here and get some of this beautiful tasting consommé, and I put it in there. It's like just a earthy broth, right? You got your meat in there, as you can see. Then I come here, put onions, put a little cilantro, and if you want, a little bit of salsa. And this is where you dip your Quesabirria tacos, right here. Okay, so now I have my Oaxacan cheese, and I shredded the Oaxacan cheese, and now we're going to start building our tacos. So I'm going to put them in there and get the cheese on top, almost like a quesadilla, like a quesadilla, right? So now, as soon as this melts, as soon as that melts just a little bit, I'm going to flip it over and let the cheese get really crunchy. You'll see that the cheese will melt into the tortilla and it'll be crunchy. Now, this is one way of doing it. So my son loves it this way, but my daughter doesn't. So I'm going to make them two ways, and you'll see. You see how nice and crunchy it is? Right around there. Beautiful. Now what you want to do is, you want to get the meat inside and then just flip it over. Woo-wee! Look at that. And what we're trying to do here is get that taco really, really crunchy. Just add a little more oil. Now we're going to add our onion and a little bit of cilantro to make it happy. Flip it over one more time. Let's see how beautiful that is. Look at this beautiful taco. Look at that beautiful cheese melting off. Now what you want to do is just put it in that sauce for all that flavor. And look at that. Oh my God. All right, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. It's been about 3 hours and I'm so hungry. But don't forget to like and subscribe. And have a great day.